Hello, I'm Dr. Beach, and what I'd like to speak about today is how to use orthotics for my patients that I prescribe foot orthotics. So the company that we use is called Footlever's, and the purpose of this video is to teach you how to use the orthotic after what we've ordered them and got them in for you. So they're basically they come in two basic styles. In terms of the size of the orthotic. So your orthotic will either be most likely a 3/4 length orthotic, or it might be a full length. The difference in the orthotic itself is only that the 3/4 length is shorter. It's easier to get in and out of the shoe. It bevels off here so that it doesn't feel uncomfortable on your foot. The actual orthotic itself ends at this area right here, which is called the metatarsal arch, which is on both orthotics. So the rest for the full length orthotic, all of this area here is just for padding. Now, why would we get one over the other? If you're just putting it, say, in a sneaker or a tennis shoe, and you're not going to really take it out that much, then the full length is nice because you do have padding all the way under the toes. Not necessary in terms of restructuring the foot and providing support for the foot, but if you're not going to move it, then that's fine. If you have to move the orthotic from shoe to shoe, which most people do, then I typically prescribe the 3/4 length because it's just easier to get in and out of the shoe. Also, on the bottom of the orthotic, you'll see most likely a little Velcro tab. The other part of the Velcro will be in the box. And what that means is you can take the Velcro tab, stick it to the bottom of the shoe, and then if the orthotic is sliding around in the shoe, maybe it's a low heel, or it's just one of those kind of shoes that's kind of slippery inside, and the orthotic doesn't want to stay in place. In that case, you can use that Velcro tab to anchor it down into the back of the shoe. Now, when you put the orthotic on and you put it in your shoe, it needs to go all the way to the back of the shoe where the heel is. Otherwise, your foot's not going to fit in the proper place. So you need to put it all the way to the back. And when you put your shoe on, make sure that you're not sliding the orthotic forward. Also, this orthotic is for the left foot. So you can tell because of this curve here, which is the medial arch. So you have left and right foot. Sometimes people reverse that, in which case it's going to be uncomfortable. So always make sure you're putting the correct orthotic in the correct shoe. If there's any sort of support in the shoe, you want to take that out. If it's just a flat pad, that's fine, but if it's got any humps in it, like a pseudo arch they call it, then you have to remove that. And if it's not removable, then you can't use the orthotic in that shoe. Most of them you can pull out though. Now, when you first put the orthotics on, it's going to feel, when you put them in your shoe and you stand up, it's going to feel like somebody put cotton in your shoes, like little bumps. And that means when you first look at the orthotic and you get it, you'll look at it and you'll go, well, it doesn't look like it does much. And when you look at the bottom of it, most of the actual prescription is coming out of the bottom of the orthotic. So what you have to do is wear it for a few days, and what will happen is all this bottom part will flatten out, and the prescription will actually stick up through the top. So you have to break the orthotic in so that your foot gets used to it, so you're accustomed to that feeling of those little bumps, and also so that the orthotic can change its shape. So in the beginning, my prescription is to wear the orthotic maybe 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon for 2 or 3 days. And when you don't notice it anymore, or you barely notice the orthotic in your shoe, then you're good to go, and you should wear it in your shoes, anytime you have the shoes on. Now, in these days, a lot of people are working from home, and if that's the case, and if you don't wear shoes at home, you might want to go out to Walmart or somewhere like that, buy a $15 cheap pair of sneakers, and then put the orthotic in it and have it in the house. So you have a house shoe to wear it in, because you do need to wear the orthotic probably 4 to 6 hours a day in order for it to be effective. So if you're not wearing it, you're not going to have any effect. Also, another thing about breaking it in is if you have any discomfort at all, if the orthotic is uncomfortable in your feet, or your knees hurt, or back hurt, or neck hurt, anything is uncomfortable, just stop at that point. Even if you've only worn it 15-20 minutes, take it off, wait for a couple hours, and put it back on again. So you don't want to wear more than 2 hours in the beginning, and also if anything's uncomfortable, you should stop and take it off for a little while. They don't look like they're all that profound, but they actually have a very profound effect on the whole way that you stand. So don't be caught off guard because of the simplicity of the orthotic. It has a very, very profound effect on you. And that effect might be a little uncomfortable at first. That's why you have to go through this break-in period. After 2 or 3 days, typically it feels fine, and then you can wear them. And that's when you can go for walks and runs and shopping at the mall and all that type of thing without having to worry about it. After that, you should wear the orthotic in all of your shoes that it will fit in. Sometimes you may have a specific shoe that it won't fit in, and that's okay. You'll have to skip it. They do make many different styles of orthotics. There are orthotics that are designed more for maybe a heel, like a 2-3 inch heel, which is much more thin. We even have shoes that orthotics come in, so that this company actually sells shoes with orthotics in them. They even have flip-flops and sandals and that type of thing. So if you're interested in that, let me know. You can typically bill your insurance for an orthotic. If your insurance covered these orthotics, you can typically bill them about once a year. Some insurances are every 2 years, but most of them are once a year. So if you decide you need an extra pair and it's gone past your next policy year, then you can we can see if we can get the insurance company to pay for a second pair. The orthotics, this company is an incredible company. I've used them for my whole time in practice. I had orthotics from this company before I became a chiropractor. And they guarantee that the orthotic won't split or tear for the first year. So if it's made of leather. So if it has any tearing or ripping or anything, just bring the orthotic back. I can get it replaced at no charge with a new orthotic. And also, they're guaranteed to be comfortable. Now, don't misunderstand me. Some patients have in the past. I don't mean that they're guaranteed to fix anything. Even though I'm using them to fix many different kinds of problems, the company doesn't guarantee that at all. But what they do guarantee is that they're comfortable, that you can wear them comfortably. So if the orthotic is uncomfortable in any way, and you have to go through a 6-week trial period of trying them, but if after 6 weeks I can't correct any problem with discomfort, I can send the orthotic back in, and we can have them readjust the arches. So say that one arch is pushing up and it's uncomfortable on your foot because your foot's really sore. We can have them lower that arch or make some adjustment to the orthotic. And they will do that a time or two, and if they can't fix it, if they can't make the orthotic comfortable, then they will give us our money back. And that's for the first year. So that's a really nice guarantee that you're not stuck with something that you paid a lot of money for and can't wear it. That's not the case with this company. I believe that's all. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask me. And thank you very much.